Right, welcome back. Last time we mainly did mucking about with estates in order to try to improve our position. Managed to move the courts away from outright favoring the nobility. It's still favorable for the nobility, and it probably will remain that way no matter what, even if you go all the way, but still. I mean, there's that old tale of how the law, in all of its magnanimity, penalizes stealing of food and sleeping under bridges of both the rich and the poor. For both the rich and the poor. Of course, he's going to end up doing it more. Yeah. Okay, the pasture. Okay, it's actually just food crops. Okay. Still, I think I should put an investment into farmlands into Tutuxia. If only to get more population here. It's one of the better provinces as far as autonomy is concerned, although it's not the best. I think Akano gets that. Yeah, they get that distinction. The only one below 50%. Okay, so I probably should check the property here. Okay, so the mines are really good. The forestries and the fisheries not so much. The farmlands are also pretty good. Let me just do a direct investment into the mines here. There we go. I don't have much better to do with money, really. Unrest is back again. Yay. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be much of a problem. As it's only 1.5 and, well, in 3 years it's going to be gone entirely, or at least mostly. And even then, even if it were to turn into a problem, I could just send my troops over to here and... Not an issue. Now we've hit 4. Excellent. Okay, so... I should be able to hit 5 in about 5 years. Alright, that's not this session, but that will almost certainly be next session. Good. And property maintenance dropped again. Oh well. I just hope that it keeps the profitable stuff for me. Because I get that money too. Good properties are a way to get me money without relying on taxation. Yeah. And that... Yeah. I do wonder if... Well, corruption is hitting 48. The tax farming is... Okay, so the tax farming reduces to 125, and the corruption, which is based upon provincial corruption, not actual corruption. Okay, so the provincial corruption is 43% approximately. Of course, this probably varies between the provinces too, which makes it even more difficult to figure out what exactly I'm looking for. So 125 and then 42%. So that actually does sound like it's hitting everything. So yeah, I guess corruption applies after revenue. I'm still earning money from the property though, although it's being, I guess it's being tempered by corruption. Although, again, it's a way to directly make money without that. Yeah, it's mainly farmland and forestry. The fisheries I don't touch. I also have some industrial, but mainly academic actually. That stuff is good, usually. I do wonder. Religious... Just religious education? Nakano would actually be a good spot to drop some investment into academic investment. If only to get more knowledge out. Although I should start up a higher learning industry at some point in that province just so they can take advantage of the literati, which are much better at producing knowledge than the clergy, although there's also the side effect that they tend to come in lower quantities than they do. Yeah, that tends to not be quite as fun. Alright, I think this should be a good time to stop. Okay, there we go. Yeah, property maintenance jumped up again. That's probably from the new property I made. Among other things I have added to the academic districts in Hakanul. Class investment. State investment. Oh, I see. Maintenance spending. Right, so long as maintenance does not exceed, so long as the investment does not exceed the maintenance spending, it is fine. So Hakanul is fine. Tutuxio could use a bit more. Kanpech is barely available. This province isn't doing too great. Not doing great either. It seems like Akano is the only one that really is doing okay. Akancho is not doing great. What about Kapul? That's another large city. Aye. Okay, this province is doing well. Almost a bit surprising. Just a little bit behind, I guess. And this one's ahead. I mean, it could be changing costs of goods requirements. And that's probably what has something to do with it. In fact, I think I should actually fund infrastructure. I'm going to start funding infrastructure, specifically capital infrastructure, since that's pretty important, and I don't think the elites are particularly willing to fund that compared to some of the other ones. Like, funding irrigation? Oh yeah, funding amenities? That too. Those are both quite important. Anyway, let's actually finish it here. So, centralization increased by another unit. We are starting to get there. I do believe morale is... it does look like global trade power is like... Yeah. I'd say we're at about 4.5. I'm not entirely certain, but I think we're at 4.5, so we should see this in about 3 years, maybe 4, because the gain is 0.19 per year. So in about 3 or 4 years, we'll hit 5 centralization, and then it should start, legalism should start to spread in most of my provinces, at least the ones where the tribals don't have more than 50% power. Heck, they've been slowly losing power all over the place because of bureaucracy ideas, so that's excellent. Although funny enough, it's the provinces that aren't originally mine that have more. I guess they have been putting through stronger efforts to get rid of the clans. Like my allies here have 30%. Although over here it's 50%, so... What about you? 30%, but that's Mayan lands. 40%, I see. 30%. I wonder how you have been doing it. Oh yeah, I don't think you have clans here. They have 50% state reach in those provinces. Huh? Have you gotten rid of the clans entirely? Does this area even have clans? Okay, yeah they do, it's just that it seems very inconsistent. This country seems to start without clans and with bureaucracy ideas. They do have generic ideas. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, that area seems like it would be very interesting should you get more content, although... Perhaps the lack of content is why it's so interesting. Yeah, anyway. I've been trying to keep the I've been mainly focusing on keeping the nobility happy while doing reforms. I have lowered their autonomy, so my own autonomy should be decreasing in the realm. Yeah, okay. Provincial autonomy is starting to decrease as the nobles are less capable of exerting their own influence on keeping the provinces autonomous and protected from my own taxation, which is wonderful. Yeah, okay. Beyond that, I have not been doing much outside of targeted investment in order to try to get living standards up for certain groups. The peasants down here are not doing too great. They are emigrating en masse though, so that's probably a good thing, all things considered. I'm perfectly fine with leaving it. Oh, and Turuxiu got an important center of learning. Lovely. It's giving me a little extra prestige, a good bit of extra knowledge, and some local institution spread. All of which is pretty good to have. Anyway, that should be good for now. I'll see you again next time when we'll start getting legalism, and may even manage to complete it in that session, depending on how quickly everything goes. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye. Oh, it would be great to finally have legalism.